Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark might miss at least 2 weeks because of a left quad strain, but that didn't stop her from getting shots up at Indiana's practice on Tuesday. This is her second quad injury of the year, although the first one in preseason was unrelated to this one, according to the team. And for more on Caitlin Clark's injury, we bring in CBS Sports injury analyst Marty Jaramillo. And Marty, what does it say about Clark's quad that she's out there shooting threes in the corner just a day after injury announcement?
Yeah, well, Chris, she got in trouble for that. She got scolded by one of her teammates. Like, get off the court. You are on injury duty. And go to the training room and get some treatment. So she really aggravated or re-aggravated an issue she was dealing with in the preseason. She had a minor quad strain in the preseason that was well managed. It was a little bit of tightness in the thigh, hard to elevate, hard to push off. Now here's the issue. She was cleared to play just before the start of the season, but then re-aggravated. And here's the problem with a quad strain. It is a slight tear, but a lot of inflammation can develop around this small tear. And when a pocket of fluid develops around a small tear, then the thigh muscle in general can just shut down. So you have to be very, very conservative with treatment. So this is the right move, to shut it down at minimum for 2 weeks, complete rest, and really control the inflammation that can set around that tear. So she's looking at missing 4 games, and she's already itching to get back.
Right, she's itching to get back. This is a young lady who hasn't missed a game in 8 years, going back to her high school career. So she's not used to being in this position where she has to watch her teammates play while she's on the sidelines, on the bench. Now, based on all your expertise and quad injuries that you've witnessed over the years, what is the timeline for her to recover from this injury?
Well, it looks like a reactivation of the initial injury she had in preseason, which was also minor. So 2 weeks is the right time frame to really shut her down, let it rest, control the potential swelling that can develop in the thigh. The quad muscle and the thigh muscle in front of the thigh has a lot of blood supply, and even a small tear can keep bleeding and develop that inflammation. And that's really what they're trying to control. 2 weeks is the right number. But here's the thing. This is an athlete, in this case, a professional athlete who doesn't have experience in recovery of injuries. You actually have an opportunity now, and the training staff, the medical staff, is teaching her about injury recovery and how to listen to her body. Because unfortunately, the nature of the beast, will be back in the training room, at some point in her career. So there's an opportunity, but I'm not concerned with either short-term issues or any long-term issues. It heals really quite well.
And like you said, they're taking a conservative approach. They do not want this issue to pop up again later in the season. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're dealing with a superstar talent like Caitlin Clark. Now, as it goes, or as it pertains to the rehab, what exactly does that look like for a quad strain?
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, we have to control the swelling around the tear. Like hamstring tears, the quad tear is usually small, but the muscle around this tear tightens up, which creates a much larger injury field or size of the field. So basically, it's complete rest and lots of various modalities to control that inflammation, which includes ultrasound, shockwave therapy, electrical stimulation, lots of compression devices, lots of contrast, cold hot tubs, lots of things to control that inflammation. This is really a standard shut it down, rest, ice, compression, elevation, modalities, controlled movement, and she will do quite well. But if you do rush it, you can accelerate bleeding and have a much longer term in terms of being out.
Yeah, and that's definitely what we don't want. And yeah, I'm sure the medical staff will be working around the clock to make sure Caitlin is getting back to 100%. Marty Jaramillo, we always appreciate the time, man.
Great to see you, Chris.
Great to see you as well. And here's a look at the Fever's upcoming schedule. So she's slated to miss at least 4 games. So that means the Mystics Wednesday, Friday against the Sun, then the Mystics again. And then on our air, on the road against the Sky at 8 Eastern, she's scheduled to miss at least those 4 games. After that, remains to be seen. But for now, she will not be playing in those games.